So you're thinking about buying a home in Seattle. That is awesome. But let me tell you, if you don't do it right, there are things that will make you regret doing it that will eventually drive you up the wall of your new home. And I'm not just talking about the "I wish I bought sooner" mistake. I'm talking about daily annoyances that are going to get on your nerves. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brennan Klaus. I am a seasoned real estate agent here in Seattle and an entrepreneur, but more importantly, I'm here to help you with buying or selling your first home. Today, I'm going to talk about the most overlooked things that buyers regret after they've signed on the dotted line. We're going to go through 5 mistakes that buyers regret after signing and getting into their home, so that you don't have to make the same mistake whether you're here in the Emerald City or elsewhere. Mistake number 1 is underestimating your commute. Seattle traffic is no joke, and if you don't test your commute before you purchase a new home, you could be regretting it in no time. I always talk to buyers about making sure that you test the commute before you actually put in an offer. Take the time to drive from the property that you're thinking about buying all the way to where you need to go, whether it's to work, the grocery store, daycare, school, any of those, so you know exactly what it's like, specifically in rush hour traffic. The cute suburban neighborhood that you fall in love with, it might take forever to get downtown. Even if the map promises a 20-minute commute, I can speak from experience that that might be a bold-faced lie. And don't just think about driving, you need to also consider if you're going to be taking the light rail, or maybe a bus or a ferry, and map out the commute that's right for you. Here's my realtor top tip. Test drive your commute before you actually put in an offer. Seriously, future you will thank you now. Okay, so Seattle locals, what do you think? Put in the comments, how long is your commute right now from where you live? Mistake number 2, ignoring the noise levels. Seattle is definitely a city of many different surprises, and one of them being how loud some neighborhoods can actually get. If you're living near a flight path, you're going to know when those planes pass every single time. Or close to a bar in Capitol Hill, you're going to get free karaoke whether you want it or not. Also, living next to a highway like I-5 or even on a busy street like 65th, you may be surprised how loud noises can get. Here's my realtor top tip. Visit the home at different times of the day and on different days of the week. That quiet street at noon could transform at night. Or maybe you're next to a school and you get loud school kids coming out of the school every single day. You want to explore that neighborhood, that street that you're potentially going to live on, as well as the specific noise levels on your street at every different moment of the day before you actually put in that offer, so you know what you're getting yourself into. Here's mistake number 3, not budgeting for some of the hidden costs. The price tag on the house is just the beginning. Seattle has some sneaky extra costs that you do need to consider. First one, is there going to be a sewer capacity charge? Now, this is a charge that's on all newly built homes for the first 15 years of living in them, and the balance runs with the new owner, whoever buys it, unless you negotiate this differently. So you need to keep that in mind. Property taxes, most Seattle homes, the property taxes are a little bit under 1% annually of the purchase price. So make sure you're budgeting that in with your mortgage. HOA fees, some neighborhoods have them and they can add up. Some single family homes have them, some townhomes even have them, and for sure condos have them. So make sure you're factoring in those HOA fees and that they're likely going to go up every single year. Earthquake insurance. You may need this depending on where you buy, and you may want to know if the home is already earthquake retrofitted. So it's important to ask this before you go in. And last but not least, heating costs. Seattle, even though it's pretty mild, can have some really chilly winters, so old homes can become really expensive to heat, especially if the windows are single pane. So here's my realtor top tip. Ask for a breakdown of the monthly costs before you actually put in an offer. Sometimes this is something that sellers will provide or that we can research together, and you can work with a pro realtor to help you navigate this. By the way, drop me a comment here if you are on the hunt for a Seattle area agent. Okay, mistake number 4, skipping those must-have home features. You ever buy something and instantly regret not getting the next model up? That is exactly what can happen when buyers skip or overlook key home features that they really wanted. No garage. Imagine trying to park on the street in winter. If you need a garage, whether it's for a car or storage, it's important to prioritize this on your list. How about air conditioning? Seattle summers are getting increasingly warmer and are not as mild as you might think. So if you want air conditioning, this is something to prioritize in your must-have list. How about that mudroom? The Seattle rain can definitely take a toll on you after one winter, so having a place to hang all of your wet clothes, undo your shoes can be really important, so prioritize that if you need to. And last but not least, one we hear often is small closets. At first you think you'll make it work, but let's be honest, it's very difficult to make small closet space work, so look for those closets. Here's my realtor top tip. Before you even go out to look for a home, make a list of your non-negotiable items. I always encourage people to make up to 5, maybe they can have a 6th and a 7th, but really 5 non-negotiable items that they really must have in a house, and then you know if you can live without something or not. Mistake number 5, overlooking resale value. You may love the house now, but will anyone else later? If this isn't your forever home, you're going to have to think ahead about your investment and your future. I've heard people say it to me before. Oh, we're gonna be here forever. This is our forever home. But things do change. And if you've got that funky layout or those awkward bedrooms or a weird location, you might have a hard time selling that home later. This is one thing I always bring up to my clients is here are the potential downfalls of reselling this home, and every home has them. So it's important to know about those ahead of time. You can have a home with good bones in a desirable area that will hold its value even better. That super unique feature that you love now might make it harder to sell in the future though, so that's why you need an experienced realtor who can help you out. Here's my realtor top tip. Think long term. Even if you think you'll be in this home forever and you won't move, life happens and things change, and eventually you will be reselling the home. So it's important to think ahead about what those factors are. So there you have it, the top 5 regrets that buyers wish they had known before they signed on the dotted line. Now that I've given you all the doom and gloom about what to be careful for when you're buying a home in Seattle, here's the flip side. Seattle is an amazing place to buy, and it's a really good real estate market if you go in with the right strategy. Stunning neighborhoods and incredible views, check in Seattle. Whether you want the mountains, the water, or the city skyline, you can get all of that in Seattle, which makes it such a great place to live. And when it comes to walkability and lifestyle perks, there's nowhere better. Coffee shops on every single corner, farmers markets, and more trails than you'll ever have the time to hike. Most importantly, Seattle does have a strong real estate market, and it continues to appreciate and get better over time. The key is making sure you find the right home in the right neighborhood with the right features and avoid some of these pitfalls the buyers regret after they sign. That's where working with a Seattle-specific real estate agent can come in handy. And it makes all the difference. I know which homes have hidden costs, which neighborhoods are worth the hype, and which ones will actually fit your long-term goals. So if you're thinking about buying a home in Seattle, let's do this the right way. Reach out and let's start with a strategy that suits your needs and start looking when you're ready. I'd love to help you find a home where you won't have any regrets. And before you go, be sure to subscribe and like this video so that you can see all of our future videos. And drop a comment below. What's the number 1 thing you must have when buying your home? Let me know.